welcome to my kitchen. Today I will be showing you how to make chocolate M&M cupcakes. First, let me show you the ingredients. You're going to need 1.5 sticks of butter, 1.5 cups of milk, 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, a tablespoon of vanilla, 3/4 cups of cocoa powder, baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and baking powder. Now first what you want to do, also you will need 3 eggs and 1.25 cup of M&Ms. Sorry. First what we're going to do is combine all of our dry ingredients. So take just a small bowl, and before you do anything else, line your cupcake pan with liners so the cupcakes won't stick, and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. The cupcakes will bake for about 20 minutes, but I'll mention that towards the end of the video. So first, take your flour and pour it into a bowl. Then add your cocoa powder, baking powder, baking soda, and of course your salt. Now you're going to stir these together until they are well combined. Make sure the mixture will be probably like a light brown mix. And when you're done stirring this, set it aside and we'll begin with the next step. When you're done stirring everything together, it should look a little like this. Now just set this aside because we'll be using it for later. Take another bowl, preferably larger because you're going to be using a beater, and take your 1.5 sticks of softened unsalted butter and put it in the bowl. Now you're going to take any old beater and just plug it in and beat the butter until it's soft and fluffy. This should be about 30 seconds to a minute depending on your mixer. Your butter should have a nice fluffy and soft texture. Now just take any old rubber spatula and scrape down the sides of the bowl to make sure you've incorporated every part of the butter. Now what you're going to do is take your 3 eggs and the sugar and add them gradually. You can add all your eggs at once and then gradually add the sugar. Beat the eggs and sugar and butter until everything is nice and creamy. I would recommend adding your sugar in 3 parts, beating each addition well. Now it's time for your second addition of sugar. Now just add the last of your sugar and beat it until everything is incorporated. Next, take your 1 tablespoon of vanilla and pour it into your mixture. Beat it in well, and after this we'll be adding the flour and milk. Okay. So now that that's done, set your beater down. I'm going to show you how this looks. This is how your batter should look before you add your dry ingredients and your milk. Okay. So what we're going to do is alternately add the milk and flour on low speed. Just take your mixture and pour about 1/3 of it into the into the butter. Now take about the half cup of your milk and add it. Now beat this in until everything is incorporated, and then keep doing this until all your ingredients are gone. Your batter should begin to look brown and smell like the cocoa powder. Add another third of your dry ingredients, and then add about another half cup or so of the milk. Now add the last of your dry ingredients and the milk. Once you're done with this, I'll show you how to add in the M&Ms. Now I advise that you beat this on low speed because the cocoa powder and flour do tend to poof up and make a mess in your kitchen, and we don't want that. Now my batter is nicely mixed, and it probably will look like any old chocolate cake batter, maybe even a brownie batter. So hopefully it's not too runny and it's not too thick, it's just right. And what we're going to do is scrape down the edges of the bowl to make sure all of our ingredients are incorporated, because you want to make sure everything gets in there so we have beautiful cupcakes. So just beat for about 10 to 15 seconds. Your batter should look like this. It shouldn't be too thick, just perfect. Now unplug your beater because you will not need it anymore. Now, before we put them in the oven, we have to add the most important part, the M&Ms. So right now, you're going to add about 1.5 cups or 1.25 cups, depending on how much you like. So we're not going to beat these in because we don't want our M&Ms to get chopped up. We're going to take just any old regular spoon or spatula and fold them into the mixture so we incorporate them throughout the batter. Just stir until your M&Ms are evenly mixed throughout the batter. And once they are, then it's time to put them in the cupcake liners. Now, I'm just going to add a few more because, like I said, my family loves M&Ms. And these cupcakes are perfect for like a kid party or like a birthday because they're just so easy to make. You can just take any old chocolate recipe and just add M&Ms to it, and it's so simple. It's not even funny. Okay. So now you want to take your cupcake pan, and I prefer when scooping the batter to use an ice cream scooper because it divides the mixture evenly and it doesn't make a mess on the edges of your pan. You can use a spoon or any other tool that you use, but this is my favorite method and it's really easy. So, before I do that, your batter should look a little something like this. You might not be able to see a bunch of M&Ms, but trust me, they're there. So just take your tool and you're going to fill it up and put it in your liner. Now, you should probably fill these up about 3/4 of the way because you need to let them have room to rise. Actually, could probably make about 24 cupcakes, but this is how you fill them. And as you see, I did get a little batter on the edge, but that's not a big deal because you can just scoop it off with your finger so the mess isn't too bad. So now we're going to put this into our preheated oven for about 20 minutes. If your oven tends to cook fast, like mine, I would recommend putting them about 18 minutes and checking them. And you check how gum they are by inserting a toothpick in the middle, and if it comes out clean without any batter, then your cupcakes are done. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to comment or subscribe, and you can add any old chocolate frosting to this, and if you like vanilla frosting, that's good too, but like I said, my family loves chocolate. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.
I can't win, I can't reign, I will never win this game without you.